Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG Build Guide Edition. Today I'm ready to drop on you my brand new Raptor Pack Beastmaster. I streamed this build for over 16 hours, hit corruption 380, and killed the tier 10 Harbinger boss. It is an absolute blast to play. As always, I will cover every single facet of the build. Everything is timestamped in the description below if you need to bounce around. Let's not waste any time and jump right into this. Figured we should start at the training dummy. Let's buff these raptors and see what they're capable of. 350,000, 400,000. All right, let's buff them again. And here we go. 500,000, 698,000. 698. Starting off with some gameplay. Now, the skills we're using for this Raptor Pack Beastmaster are Leap, Summon Raptor, Warcry, Eterras Blessing, and Swipe. What you are looking at right now is Corruption 300, and we tested this build over 16 hours on Twitch. So if you want to see any of the testing phase, the gameplay, everything we did to put it together, you can see that on Air in Action RPG on Twitch. We beat the tier 10 Harbinger. We're at 380 Corruption, and it's going to be able to go much quicker. And ultimately, the build is pretty easy. You will be buffing your raptors the whole time. You'll be using Swipe to leech, maintain mana, kill threshold, and maintaining Berserk through Warcry. Warcry is going to be giving Berserk, cleansing, giving us life, boosting our critical strike chance, and you can use it all the time. You will be using the Raptor's ability, which is going to send them into a frenzy. You're going to be leaping, which is also going to give you sustain. The Raptors will move with you. They'll get a boost in damage, and it will cleanse as well. And then you have Eterras Blessing, and I'll explain Eterras Blessing during the skill portion. You have an option there. Eterras Blessing is going to give us attack speed. It is going to give you healing totems, which is basically a free potion whenever you need it. But if you want, you could switch it out for a 6 Raptor. Let me show you a boss fight. All right. Corruption 300. T10 Harbinger on the Emperor of Corpses. Everyone's favorite. I'm still getting used to all these attacks. He almost got me there. Raptors are in there. Harbinger and Destruction, 50%. 25%. Final Boss Ward. 300 Corruption. T10 Harbinger. And Harbinger, you are dead. Let me show you how to recreate this build. So now let's break down the skills, starting with Fury Leap, and I will show you the way in which you want to take this skill. For Fury Leap, the first thing you want to do is come down, and you want to grab all of these nodes here. This is going to make it that when you leap, your raptors will leap with you, so they're always close as your bodyguards. They're going to boost their damage. You're going to get Frenzy. You're going to get Life. You are going to Cleanse. You're then going to come down here and get cooldown recovery. You're going to get immune while leaping, so you will not take damage. And then you're just going to get some 15% leech, so that if you need a little bit of life, you can leap, hit an enemy, get your life right back up. Very good skill. The main damage dealer right now, yes, we have 27 points into Raptor. First thing you want to do is you want to come down and get all of these bottom nodes. So you want 5 into Razor Wings, you want 1 into Taste of Flesh, you want to come down here and get Scent of Blood, you want to get Ravage, you want to get In for the Kill, then you want to come up over here and you want to get the Broken Tooth. This is going to be melee attack speed and chance to lose 10% of your current health when you attack. But they're going to be hitting so quick and you have so much leech, don't worry about that. And then you're going to round out your last points with Predator. Lots of good stuff. Raptor is one of those trees where we wish we had unlimited points because there is so much that buff the Raptor. Moving over to Swipe. Now I get asked over and over again, Aaron, why do you take this skill? I will explain. This does not do any damage for your Raptors. It's not a minion skill because we do not have Spirit Wolf because we're not using wolves. But for Swipe, you are going to get global attack speed. You are going to get physical shred. You are going to get life and mana. You are going to get Leech, and you are going to get Kill Threshold. And also, Swipe will help you maintain Warcry. Now, Warcry down here, you're going to have Berserker, and as you attack, you're going to be able to maintain up to 15 stacks of Berserker because you're going to be buffing it the stacks by 5, and Berserker also works for your Raptors. So for Warcry, you definitely want to take Berserkers. You want to cut the time in half. You want to come down here and get Invulnerable after Warcry. You want to take Breath of Eterra. This is going to give you 300 life when you Warcry. It's also going to give 300 life to your Raptors. It is also going to cleanse your ailments, just like you have with Leap. So you're always going to be cleansing. And then you're going to come up here and get 2 points into Battle Cry. Now the last skill here, Eterras Blessing. I'm going to give you 2 options, all right? Option 1, which I am currently using, is Eterras Blessing. The reason why we use this skill is because it is going to give movement speed and minion attack speed to your Raptor. You are going to get Refresh Companion ability. You are going to get Companion Down Duration Healed. You are going to get Elemental Resistance and Poison Resistance. You're going to get Minion Stun Immunity. You're going to get Increased Healing. You're going to get Healing Totems. And you can use this when you're out of mana. Really, really good skill. But it is another button to click, okay? So if you're like, Aaron, I don't want another button to click, these 4 skills, Leap, Raptor, Swipe, Warcry, are mandatory. If you do not want another button to click with Eterras Blessing, what you can do is you could take Summon Wolf and you can take Pack Hunter. That would mean you're, instead of having 5 Raptors, you would have 6 Raptors. So if you'd rather have a bigger party of Raptors and you less button to click, don't take Eterras Blessing. If you want your Raptors to do more damage, move quicker, give stun immunity, and give you healing totems, basically a potion whenever you need it, take Eterras Blessing. The choice is yours. Moving on to the passives. At time of recording, my Beastmaster is currently level 99, and I will show you where to put that final point. And I have done so much testing in-game and at the training dummy. I feel like it's perfect. You want 8 into Primal Strength, 1 into Harmony of Blades. This is a dual-wielding build. 5 into Hunter's Emanation, 5 into Survival of the Pack. This is going to give you and your Raptor some Leech. 1 into Hunter's Emanation, so this also applies to your Raptors. And then 5 into Cornered Beast. Cornered Beast got a huge buff where less damage taken at low life, 20%, and this now extends 5 seconds after it triggers, even if you are no longer low life. Absolutely huge. Shaman, we now have no points. Druid, we now have no points. For Beastmaster, I have all 87 points put in, and again, when I get that final point, it will be 88. We have gone all in on Aspect of the Shark. All in. 8 into Yersin Strength, 4 into Boarheart, 1 into Savagery, 8 into Ambush, which triggers Aspect of the Shark, 1 into Rending Maw, 1 into Hunters of the Deep. This makes it where Aspect of the Shark also applies to your Raptors. 8 into Chase, 6 into Natural Fortitude, 1 into Life into the Wilderness. This will make your Raptors tankier because they also get your Endurance. 5 into Porcupine Constitution, and I'll break down this bottom bar at the end. 10 into Viper Fangs, which is going to give Companion melee attack speed. Cry of the Lynx, we want this. This is going to give you another aspect, and it's going to give you crit, and it's going to give you crit multiplier for your Raptors. You want that extra Companion. You want that strength and that melee damage. Now at the bottom here, this is the big change from when we were theory crafting. We are now getting 200% melee damage for our Raptors. And then we are buffing this by over 100%. This will be a 120% buff to that melee damage. They are also going to be shredding armor. You are going to be able to trigger Circle of Life when you hit a boss or rare enemy or on kill. This is also going to give you a little bit of leech, and you can now stack this up to 10 times. So it would be 200%, and then you got to add 120% to that, and then times 10, and then you bring it down by 60%. It is an absolute massive boost to damage. Absolutely massive. This is how with Raptor Pack we were hitting earlier when you saw it at 600,000 damage at the training dummy, and they attack extremely fast. Moving over to last Epoch tools, we're going to break down the blessings, idols, and gear, starting with blessings. And for the most part, we are spec'd into survivability. We have void resistance, physical resistance, endurance, crit avoidance, and then we just boost up our mana pool a little bit with Light of the Moon. Now, if you'd rather go all damage, you can switch out endurance for minion damage. You can get up to 100%, personal preference. Moving over to idols, and these are a little different. We are using 4 double life idols just to boost our life up. And then we have 1 idol that is giving us crit avoidance. That way this singular idol with the blessing gets you to that basically 100% mark. Now these other ones are life and aspect of the shark. Life and aspect of the shark. Life and aspect of the shark. We really like aspect of the shark. Moving over to gear, there's only one singular item that is required for this build, and that is the new Tooth Sword. This unlocks at level 64 is when you can use it, and you can summon raptors up to your companion limit. Like I said earlier, the way the build is set up right now, you can have 5 raptors, but if you switch out Eterras Blessing, you can have 6, and it's less buttons to push. On here, we are using a legacy, which is going to give us 1 extra raptor. We are also using a Ribbons of Blood. This will make it where our minions cannot be crit. They will always have crit avoidance, and they will do more damage and have a ton of leech. Now, I'll take you through each item individually. Amulet, minion, health, armor, level to raptor, minion critical strike multiplier, double life, belt, double minion, double life, boots, strength movement, double life, gloves, strength minion damage, double life, ring, strength minion damage, life resistance, relic, Warcry level, strength resistance, and then our offhand, we are using melee damage leached as health, just to give you some sustain, attack speed, and then double minion melee. All these items are basically tier 21. I added a singular tier 6, and then all these items, it's very easy to get 2 LP, okay? So this is not insane gear at all. We're not using the Nihilus Amulet. I'm making it unbelievably easy to get this gear. Now, the way it is set up, we have maxed resistances. You've got 47% armor mitigation. You've got 50% endurance with almost 1,000 endurance threshold. You got 97% crit avoidance. You have a ton of sustain, and you have 4,400 life. Aaron, this is great, but how do I level it? How do I take it from level 1 to endgame from what I see here? That is a great question. Now, for me, it doesn't matter if I'm a Beastmaster, Shaman, or a Druid. I use the same skills to level. I use Swipe, which we are using for this build, and I come over here and get Leech, and I get Kill Threshold, and then I come down here and grab Attack Speed. This is going to allow you to just fly through the campaign. I also take Warcry, and I take Berserker, so I do more damage, and I attack quicker. Again, something that we use in Endgame, so it fits perfectly when it comes to synergy. I then will normally take Maelstrom. And the reason why Maelstrom's nice is you could turn it into a physical attack, and you could trigger it manually through Warcry. So you're running around, you're swiping, you're Warcrying, which is triggering Maelstrom, and then you put an unspec'd Fury Leap on your bar, so you can just jump around without actually having to be spec'd into the tree. Now, if you want to play Raptors from the very beginning, as soon as I unlock Beastmaster, Aaron, I want to start working on Raptor. That is totally fine. The new Tooth Sword you cannot use until level 64, okay? So you can't have a Raptor pack until level 64, but that's okay. When you're looking at the passive tree, you would want to take Loyalty. This is going to make it where you are super boosting 1 of your companions, because you can only have 1. And then you want to come over here and take Natural Bond. Again, super boosting 1 Raptor. So you would run around with Berserk, Warcry, Swipe, and you would have 1 Raptor, and this can take you all the way to 300 corruption. If you look at the last video that I posted under my build guides, it is my Bleed solo Raptor, and you would just use that. All right, everyone, that's the build guide. What do you think of my new Raptor Pack Beastmasters, or anything I missed? Is there anything I can do to take this to the next level? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. A couple of asks at the end of the video. Ask number 1, I'm hoping today is the day I have earned your subscription. I'm hoping today is the day you make the decision to push that little red button. I would really appreciate it, but of course, only if you think I've earned it. And if I haven't earned it, I'm going to work harder for you. Ask number 2, check out my Patreon. Thank you to the first 131 members that have signed up. Patreon is the best way to support. You get access to exclusive content, VIP lounge, movie night, game night, so much awesome stuff in Patreon. It's the first link in the description. And don't forget to check out the Discord. We just broke 4,200 members. I'm done. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.